and be leaning. Got a fiend, don't stop. And when I get it to you, throw it right back. And tell me, did it? Yeah, I like it like that.
Hello everyone, it's Mathilde, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm filming a Q&A for you guys because I feel like I haven't actually sat down and talked to you guys in a long time because I've been a bit off with the whole YouTube thing. So I thought I'd film a Q&A so you guys can ask me any questions you want to know and I can just update you all on my life, what's been going on. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. My code's from DEPOP, by the way, if I get any questions, unfortunately. So yeah, just thought I'd let you know in case anyone's wondering. But yeah, I got so many questions, literally hundreds, so I thought I'd talk you guys through them and yeah, have a little catch up. So the first question is, did you / do you go to fashion school? Now, if you've seen it in my vlogs and on my story, I'm pretty sure I've talked about it, but I actually dropped out of dance school and I'm currently still staying in halls because I've paid until July, so I might as well just stay. My work's in London, my friends are in London, just makes sense to stay here, so I'm staying in halls. So that's why a lot of people are quite confused as to whether I've actually dropped out or not, but I'm out, I'm not doing any uni or anything. But I'm also very excited to go to a place at fashion school doing a styling degree. It's my dream fashion school. I'm not going to talk about what uni it is because there are some weird stalkers out there, but maybe I will in the future. Yeah, it's so exciting. So I'm starting that in September. So from now until September, I'm not doing any work, any uni, any education. I'm just living my best life, doing social media, modelling, and just hanging with my friends, you know. So sorry for any confusion. I feel like lots of people commenting on my TikToks and stuff being like, why sit in halls? I thought you know, dropped out, but that is what's going down. Someone said, what's your zodiac? I'm a Leo and proud. I'll tell you my big three. I'm a Leo sun, Leo rising, and Scorpio moon. So bad B right here. Do you get homesick living in London? I actually got this question quite a few times. I think people are maybe a year below and are wanting to move out for uni and stuff, are nervous about missing their family and missing their home life, so I'll quickly touch on that. So obviously moving away from your family and friends and your life is quite hard, but luckily for me, I'm a very independent person. I feel like I thrive most by myself. Not saying I didn't thrive well with my family, like I had honestly the best time at home, and I'm so lucky to be brought up in a really happy and healthy household. My parents are happily married and they're the most loving and supporting parents I could have asked for. I also love my brother so much, so I'm very lucky in that sense. But I feel like I've always felt like I was born to live in London or somewhere like London. I feel like that it just makes sense with my lifestyle and what I want to do. So I was so excited to move to London and just live my dream life. The first few days of moving out, I was quite hard. I actually touched on it in a moving vlog. When I first moved, you would have seen I was like crying and stuff. So the first day when they left, I was crying and I was really upset and I was like, oh, I've spent my whole life with my parents and my family, and every day I spent with them, like, we were so close. We still are, obviously. It was hard, but literally about 2 days after, you know, you're at freshers, you're meeting new friends, you're very easily distracted. Not to say that I didn't miss my parents still, but I FaceTimed them, I called them all the time and texted them every day, like kept in touch, you know, told them how uni was going, about friends I was meeting and stuff. Yeah, you're just so busy meeting new people and just starting a new life that it's hard to miss your old life. Obviously everyone's different, but I think for me, it was actually the best decision of my life, moving out. I couldn't recommend it enough. So I hope that answers your question. Ooh, dream brand collab. So the brands that I like don't really do collabs, like Stussy and Patta. I'd love to, but they don't really do that sort of thing. Dior would be really incredible to work with some high-end brands, some like designer. Imagine, I know I won't, but a girl can dream. How to grow your following on Instagram? I get this question so much, and honestly, I don't know if I'm the right person to ask because lots of people say like, oh, do hashtags, do resharing stuff, whatever, but I've never done hashtags or anything. It's not really my thing. I kind of just post what I want to post, what makes me happy. I say consistency is probably key, so posting a lot, posting a story all the time, interacting with your followers, you know, commenting on everyone's posts, replying to comments, DMs, etc., just to get a good connection between you and your followers, more of a personal one. That's more attractive in a sense to followers when you're more in touch with them. But also not focusing on followers and stuff. I always get DMs and people being like, hey, I'm trying to get to bloody blah followers, what can I do? Can we do shout out, you know, can you reshare my post? Which I actually get a lot from people who have a big following and stuff, and obviously it's great to support each other, and I love resharing photos of people. If I see a cool photo I like, I'll put it on my story, share the love, you know. But it's easy to read through people and you can see their morals and you can see that they just want to be famous or want to just get all these followers, you know, to show off to their friends or whatever. And I don't do social media because I want to have all these followers. I do it because it makes me happy and I like sharing my fashion with you guys, and you guys seem to like it. And I don't know, I feel like it's, well, not shallow, but almost, it doesn't feel right to do all this shout out for shout out when you can see that people's pure intention is just to gain clout and a following. So when you start to forget about the whole, oh, I want to hit, you know, 30k, I want to hit 100k, I want to hit 10k, whatever. When you start to forget about that, that's when it comes naturally. Posting a lot, you know, just getting lots of content out there for followers is probably the best advice, I'd say. Someone said, something you regret doing in 2020. No regrets. Honestly, I know it sounds so cliche to say, but like, I don't know why people regret things, because how I always think about it is that in that moment in time, you wanted to do that. So be it. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's say, I don't know, I went to a party which turned out to be really bad, and you're like, oh, why did I go to that party? I hate myself. Why did I go to the party? It's like, well, on that day, at that time, you wanted to go to the party, so you can't blame yourself for doing what you wanted to do. As the song says, don't look back in anger. Like, life's too short to dwell on past things. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but there's no point stressing about stuff in the past because you physically can't change it. It's out of your control. There's literally just no point. No regrets. Someone said, are you and Hannah a thing yet? No, everyone always thinks me and Hannah are together, but she's literally just my, like, literal lifeline, my rock, my soulmate. I think people think that when two best friends like spoon, it instantly makes you a thing, but we're just best friends that both love to cuddle. Who's your biggest style inspo? By the way, love you so much. Thank you, love you too. Oh my god. Biggest style inspo? Well, it kind of fluctuates. Like, each week is probably like a new person, because my style, I feel like I just can't pick a style. Like, one day I'm like, okay, girly, next day I'm like, okay, full baggy, like only shopping menswear. Then it's like, oh, more colourful. Next day it's like just black and white. My style changes a lot, so does my inspiration. But right now I'd probably say Vanita Carter. I love her so much. Also, Leah Abbott is a stylist who I also idolise so much. And then there's people like, you know, my dad. You guys know my dad is very into fashion. I love his style, and he's one that mainly got me into fashion, so he's definitely a massive inspiration. Sometimes I don't really get inspiration from people. Sometimes it's just life in general, or even stuff like Instagram, Pinterest, that sort of thing. Just my friends, everything. Life in general inspires me, honestly. Someone said, you talking to anyone romantically at the moment? No, I'm not even texting. I feel like right now I'm just focusing on myself and loving myself, because I feel like I need to work on loving myself more before I can give love to other people, if that makes sense. I don't know, I want to be confident and happy in myself and my appearance before I give myself to someone else, if that makes sense. I don't know. Someone said, drop your Spotify. If you just type in Mathilde Mella, I think it will come up. My username is literally like U7FGY6, like random letters and numbers. But if you type in Mathilde Mella, it will come up, and my profile picture is just me, so definitely drop me a follow. What's your opinion on gatekeeping fashion? Controversial. So I know this is like a big thing amongst the TikTok community. I can 100% see from, you know, a follower's point of view, when you're following someone, you see an outfit and you're like, oh my god, that is so nice, that's incredible. And they don't say where it's from, you're literally like, okay, why are you so special and so privileged that you get to wear it and we don't? That makes sense. I feel like I've definitely had that with people where I've, you know, DM'd someone or commented on a TikTok being like, oh my god, where's your top from? And they just don't reply, and it's just like, like, I really want the top. I think it depends on how protective you are over your clothes. I can definitely see it from both sides of the argument. You wanting to be your thing because it's, you know, you've saved up for it and it took you a long time to find, you know, it's a very rare piece that you kind of want it to be your thing. You know, it's privilege and selfish of someone just to think that they own the item and to not give the details to other people. So yeah, it's a controversial topic. I don't really know where I stand in it, to be honest. Okay, someone said, what are you most excited for when you live with Hannah? Oh, this is such a sweet question. So many things. I'm counting down the days. Living with a best friend has literally been a dream of mine since I was like a baby, and I've never really had like a solid best friend where I'm their best friend, you're my best friend. I feel like throughout like growing up, I've kind of always just been like, eh. And I'm so lucky in a sense that Hannah gives love the same way that I do, and we just have this mutual love for each other, which is just so incredible. And I I find myself very, very lucky to even have her in my life, let alone to call her my best friend. Getting all soppy, but honestly, like, I dream about that girl. I'm so, so glad that she's come into my life at the perfect time, and just, she makes me complete, honestly. So just every moment, like even small things like making dinner together, watching a movie on the sofa, and like just cuddling up, like waking up in the morning to her in the kitchen making breakfast, like that sort of thing, just being around each other 24/7 and just being surrounded by so much love. And yeah, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, I guess if you've got a best friend and you live with them, you'll know. But yeah, I'm just so excited to just share this new chapter of her, and hope you guys look forward to it as well, because lots of content coming together, so stay tuned. Okay, do you shop fast fashion? Now, I'm actually going to talk about this question because I got tagged in a TikTok the other day, which kind of annoyed me. I can see where the person's coming from, but it did annoy me quite a bit. Basically, it was a TikTok saying like all these influencers raving about sustainability and shopping slow fashion and then going by loads of fast fashion, something along those lines, and someone atted me being like, oh, at Mathilde Meller, this is you, and I was like, okay. So I had to reply. I know lots of people don't reply to these comments because they don't want to, like, you know, give them the satisfaction, but I'm not going to let someone, you know, have this judgment on me, because it really annoyed me. So one, I never said I was fully sustainable. You guys will know that I shop majority secondhand, and I'd say probably 95% of my wardrobe is secondhand, just because one, I do care about the environment, and two, I rather have rarer pieces that not everyone has. You know, I like shopping secondhand because you find more individual things, stuff from decades ago that no one has ever seen, you know, that they don't sell anymore. Depop, eBay, Vinted, whatever, secondhand shops, you know, in Brick Lane. That's like literally basically where I shop. All my shoes are secondhand, like my trainers, all from Depop or eBay. You know, I'm very, very conscious about my choices when it comes to shopping. I also am vegan, so that is incredible for the environment, and I feel like lots of people that say, oh, shop fast fashion, whatever, probably aren't vegan. So, you know, practice what you preach, you know what I mean? Influencers that shop purely on AliExpress, to AliExpress hauls on TikTok, which is promoting child labour, which is promoting, you know, the tops are like £1. I physically can't fathom how people don't understand that that's obviously come from such a bad place. The workers would be getting, you know, lower than minimum wage. It actually baffles me how people still are shopping that sort of thing and promoting them as well. Like when you have a large following, like you're an influencer for a reason. You're influencing people, and people look up to you and base their choices off of your choices. So I think it's very, you know, immature to then do that. But yes, some of my clothes are from fast fashion places like Zara. This top's from Zara, for example. I'm very transparent about that. You know, if people ask where it's from, I'll say it's from Zara. Yeah, it's fast fashion, but that I'm allowed to have, you know, 20 pieces out of my whole wardrobe that are from fast fashion because I shop mainly sustainably. And I also promote sustainability because I do have a following. I know it's not that big, but I still want to support my followers and tell them that when they can shop secondhand, that they should. I know it's hard because everyone has different financial situations. So I know shops like Pretty Little Thing or Boohoo, whatever, you know, a £5 top is way cheaper than a £30 top from a vintage shop. So I can definitely see why people from different financial situations shop there. And Primark, for example, like I'm very privileged in the sense that I am financially stable enough to be able to shop from secondhand places and vintage shops, which may be more expensive than some fast fashion shops. I'm very aware of that. People then accusing me of raving about sustainability and then shopping fast fashion, when choose your battle, do you know what I mean? I just think if you're going to be hating on me for the 5 tops I own from Zara, when you could be talking to someone about the haul they just did to their 1 million followers on their 20 new items from AliExpress. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't sit right with me how people can then hate on me when there's these influencers doing that. And someone else was saying that I can't rave about sustainability when I shop some fast fashion things, when I don't rave about sustainability. I'm actually just saying and encouraging my followers that when you can shop secondhand, please do. You know, we are destroying our planet, so when you can shop sustainably, please do. But if you can't, everyone's situation is different. You can't then judge someone based on an Instagram post, you know what I mean? I think people are very quick to judge and very quick to hate on social media, and I think it's so toxic. You know, everyone raves about mental health and depression and body image, and then the same people that then comment on someone's Instagram or TikTok and then DM them, you know, hating on their choices, when it's like, it literally is practice what you preach, because you don't know what people are going through, you don't know their situation at home, their financial situation, their living situation, you don't know anything. People put on a front on social media and just show what they want to show, you know. It's a highlight reel of their life, so you should never then judge someone and hate on someone for their choices and opinions when you know nothing about them. I wanted to touch on that question. I say touch, I did literally just go on a huge rant, but I don't know, it just annoyed me quite a lot, because of all people that you can hate on for fast fashion, I'm not the person you should be hating on. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. Hopefully, you know, you can learn from that. How tall are you? 5'7". Do you have any insecurities? By the way, you're so beautiful. Thank you so much. And of course I have insecurities. Like, I think it would be weird if I didn't have insecurities, you know. I think people think that because I post photos of myself and my sort of job is based around myself, and because I do modelling and stuff, that I am this, you know, incredibly confident person. It's so normal to have insecurities, and living in this day and age where your life is based around social media and all these people with perfect bodies, perfect faces, that it's so easy to compare yourself to other people and to be jealous of people's lives and people's appearances, and then look at yourself and be like, oh, I hate this, you know. There's stuff that I wasn't insecure about until social media, like for example my nose. I used to really like my nose. My nose was like my favourite feature ever. Then since having TikTok, now I'm insecure about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone has insecurities, and it's very normal to. Obviously, it's so sad that everyone does have insecurities, and I wish that we could all just be happy and loving of ourselves, but in reality, that's just not what life is. But it's about, you know, overcoming those insecurities and realising that no one's perfect. And yeah, maybe my nose isn't as small as blah blah on TikTok, but so what? They probably don't like their eyes or their arms or their legs, and they're probably looking at me being like, I wish I had her eyes, for example, you know. The grass is always green on the other side. I know it's so cliche, but it is so true. Things that I hate about myself, other people love. So what can you do? That is all that I'm going to talk about in this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Sorry if I got a bit political, ranty, but certain questions just, you know, gets me a bit. But I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to give a huge thumbs up, comment down below any opinions or suggestions down below. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Mwah!